And as the resort grows, almost twice as big. Is it more than twice as big?
Yeah.
It's gonna be twice as big. Can I just say twice as big?
Yeah.
Almost twice as big, or?
More than
I think it's, that's what I thought it was more than double. I just wanted to like fact check that. All right. Hold on, let me just that. Welcome to OverHerd at Deer Valley. I'm your host, Kaylin Richardson. I'm a 2-time Olympian pro skier, and Deer Valley has been my home mountain for over a decade. Here, I'm going to chat with different leaders, heroes, and characters about what they believe makes the Deer Valley difference. When asked what sets Deer Valley apart, besides our world-renowned groomers, our dining experience is probably our second most lauded element. My guest today, Vice President of Food and Beverage, Jacob Musyt, has a hand in virtually every meal and slopeside snack that you can enjoy here at Deer Valley. Jacob, it's your third time here on the podcast, and we are in your arena at the Sticky Wicket.
That's right, and I actually have something for you.
Do tell. Whoa! I am all merched out, and I love it. For those of you at home that are only listening and not watching, you are missing out because Jacob brought me the Sticky Wicket treasure trove of merchandise, and I'm wearing a hoodie and a hat, and I feel like the hippest person in all of Park City.
You are. This is the year that you can now buy Sticky Wicket merch. Not you, it's free. Obviously, you're wearing all of it, but super exciting.
This is so great. Yeah, so you can buy Sticky Wicket merchandise here at the bar where we are sitting in our new studio, or online.
Online, that's it. So I recommend coming to the Sticky Wicket, getting an appetizer, shot ski, and a beanie, or a fanny pack, or a koozie.
Oh, it is, and I have to, I'm not a merchandise snob. I love all kinds of swag, but this is very, very cool stuff.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I'm 40 now, so I feel like I'm really entering my decade of hipness, and thank you for outfitting me.
My pleasure.
So how are you, Jacob? It was basically exactly a year ago that we talked. We made all these plans to go powder skiing, and now here we are a year later. How's your family? Are your kids developing a extensive palate? What's going on?
Yeah, awesome. Love and life. I mean, this is the happiest place on earth for sure, right? Deer Valley. Kids are great. They're growing up. They're learning how to ski even better this year. I think within the next probably 3 months, they'll be able to surpass my skiing ability, and they're 3 and 5.
When we chatted last time, you told me about one of your first forays in powder and how it was mostly falling down the mountain, not actually experiencing this beautiful Utah snow.
Absolutely. That's happened several times since then, actually.
So do you believe that when they surpass you, it will challenge you to try to level up your ski game?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, when I'm out there on the mountain skiing with people like you and other Olympians like Ted, I can't keep up, but if my kids can keep up, then I can keep up. I'm gonna start living through my 3 and 5-year-old.
I feel like vicarious living in that way is very healthy.
I think so.
Because you can share in it together.
Yeah.
So last year we talked about all the exciting developments, and many of them are now turning into Deer Valley classics. Case in point, what I'm wearing, Sticky Wicket. What have been some of your biggest successes in the last 12 months?
12 months. I mean, the Sticky Wicket was awesome, right? Bringing something to Deer Valley that has never been to Deer Valley before, and then seeing the guests that come in, they came into the bar so stoked and excited that this experience is here on their home mountain. It was so busy every day. It was so much fun. So we can't wait for that again this year. But I think it's just the passion and the dedication to quality and the service and the guest experience. That's the stuff we're really proud of. We could do fun things like this all the time, but our core is the stuff that means the most to us, right?
Was there any specific project or moment that sort of encapsulated that real focus on hospitality that you look at and you say that was the hallmark of the season, where I'm so proud of that?
You know, I think it's every conversation I have with a season pass holder or just a guest here on vacation that kind of thanks us and our team for just what we do every day. There's so many little moments that build up to the big moment, but there's fun things like the Sticky Wicket. Like this year, we're bringing back the oatmeal cookie, and the conversations I've talked with guests about that. They're just so excited for these legacy items to come back. But there's so many of those moments. I can't pick one.
That's true. It's kind of like trying to choose one of your children, where you have a hand in so many different things that that's a good thing that you can't pick one out. And then because there was so much exciting development through last season, what were some of the big takeaways that you're going to usher forth with what's happening now in the 24-25 season?
Keep progressing and doing things for the right reasons, and don't forget who Deer Valley is, right? When we did the Sticky Wicket, it was all about, we wanted it to feel and look and be authentic, and guests were coming in there like, this place has been here forever. And it wasn't, it just launched last season. So I wanted to make sure that the experience is true to Deer Valley. It feels right, it sounds right, the food is great quality, and it's not this really random thing that just pops up and we're trying to be someone else. Let's try to be Deer Valley. Let's keep moving forward in that direction and remember who we are.
And it seems like the Sticky Wicket did a really great job of widening the spectrum, because we have fine dining experiences, the culinary, the Creative Academy, Silver Lake upgrades, but Sticky Wicket was something we didn't really have in-house that was like a fun place to après. But there's a little bit of new news that there's gonna be another great place to après, and this is semi-breaking news here on OverHerd at Deer Valley, the Chute 11 après-ski hut that is gonna be right next to Empire Lodge. Tell me more about this. What was the brainchild of it? What should guests expect?
So from building the Sticky Wicket and doing beach activations and working with brands and sponsors and locals, there's clearly a demand for a little bit more energy in certain pockets of the mountain. So we've been working tirelessly for the past year on what does that experience look like? What are we gonna bring to our guests, and how do we differentiate ourselves from the other things that happen on mountain here or other mountains in the US? And it's going to be we're building a custom deck with 2 yurts on top of it. We're bringing entertainment in from all over the country on key weekends throughout the ski season. We're gonna have Laurent Perrier champagne in the whole yurt, so lots of champagne, cocktails, full beer program, and then the culinary program is going to be next level for an operation like this.
Okay, so we're talking, I'm thinking, you got some Dom. What pairs well with Dom when you're at the end of the ski day?
The only thing that really pairs well with champagne at Deer Valley is a lobster, caviar, camembert, grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh my goodness. Say that 3 times fast. I'm just kidding, don't. Say it again though, so that I can really.
So we're gonna make the most luxurious grilled cheese sandwich at Deer Valley, hopefully in the country. It has locally made camembert out of Heber Valley. We are having lobster in the sandwich, Osetra caviar, and we're gonna drizzle it with some 25-year-old balsamic on some brioche, perfectly toasted. And it goes very well with champagne.
Oh, all that salty.
I should have brought champagne with me today.
Oh my goodness, you should have. Next year. Next year.
Okay, we'll make plans.
That saltiness of the cheese and the caviar paired with the bubbles. Oh yeah. That is, I've never heard of anything like that, and I've skied all over the world. That sounds amazing. And where is this deck and these yurts? Because I know the Empire area, but where is it going to sit in that kind of landscape?
So if you're on the deck of Empire, looking up the chutes, the 10 chutes that are up there, get it? Chute 11.
I do.
Looking at the 10 chutes, and you turn right, boom, right there will be Chute 11.
No way.
Right next to the deck. It'll be pretty much connected to the building.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Oh, and so the inspiration was, I guess, was part of the success of Sticky Wicket sort of helped move this idea forward. Who was the main person that said, we got to do this?
There's a bunch of us.
Okay. I kind of wanted I wanted you to say, it was totally me, and then.
It was totally me and several other people.
and several other very smart, very wonderful people.
Absolutely.
So after après-ing it up and having the best time post-skiing, we still have 3 very impressive dining restaurants at night. We've got Cast and Cut Seafood, the Brass Tag, and of course, Fireside Dining.
Yep.
What are the updates and developments that you can share about these amazing places to eat?
Well, Fireside it's such a foundational dining experience at Deer Valley. We just want to kind of do some small things here and there, add a couple of cool items, bring in some really decadent items on special nights, but the service is important. It's not changing, right? The overall experience of Fireside's not changing.
You can't
the sleigh rides.
You can't improve on perfection. And I really believe that when I have people visiting, I always try to bookmark a little time for fireside dining, and it always wows. It's just like the fire, the raclette. I agree that if you've been like, we're gonna overhaul it, I would have to pretend I thought that was a good idea, but I would, in the inside,
we can't do that. We would never do that.
I would be dying.
It just works so well, and it's so cool. Cast and Cut Seafood Dining. It's going to be very similar to last year as well. We're going to do a couple tweaks with some menu items, but overall, the experience and the feel and look of what you get at Cast and Cut is the same. Chef Peter, our executive chef, is currently working with fishermen in Alaska to get the best crab we can, The crab seasons are all over the place. So we're being super strategic, working directly from the source, trying to be as smart as we can with that. But it's gonna be great products, great service, and an unbelievable experience there. And then the brass tag is always an awesome family dining experience.
And I think that people don't hear about brass tag as much because it's not off the beaten path. It's right here. But explain how people can kind of enjoy that and because if people aren't familiar, what is the brass tag as far as a culinary experience?
Yeah, so the brass tag is in the Lodges, which is one of our hotels right at the base of the mountain. It's super fun, family focused. Pizzas, pastas, house-made pastas from scratch, which are out of control, so good. But salads, huge cookie desserts. It's a place to end the day with the family, relax, get a great meal, great glass of wine or beer, and just carb up, right?
Carb up, because when you're out in the cold, that's one thing I tell people. The people that hate the cold, I get it. Cold is one part of skiing that it's not my favorite. I love snow, I love skiing, but I don't love the cold. But what I do love is that how much I get to eat to stay warm in the cold.
Absolutely.
That's
and let brass tag take care of that for you.
Exactly.
Pasta, pizza, salad, and beer.
I've also heard some great buzz about maybe some old-time favorites that are coming back to the daytime lodges.
Yeah. There's 2 items really that we're focusing on. I think this is my 4th winter here, and periodically throughout the years, for the past 4 years, I get people pulling on my sleeve saying, where's the oatmeal raisin cookie? So we have pulled out recipes from the recipe books that we have had since the beginning of Deer Valley, and we are bringing back the oatmeal cookie. A lot of guests love the German chocolate cake that used to really be at Empire. We're gonna bring that back and put it everywhere. And that again is the original recipe. But we also have another kind of location at Deer Valley we're launching this year, kind of bringing back from the past. Edgars is our new bar and restaurant that's going to be at Snow Park, which I totally forgot to mention about earlier.
I want to hear about this because I know the Run Edgars is sort of, I'm familiar with that, and that's off Perseverance. Is that, am I remember that there's like a little run?
That's totally
there's someone in the comments,
someone
in the comments is going to be like, no, you're wrong. But I think Edgars is just a little bypass. But tell me about Edgars. Where is it in Snow Park?
So it's in the center of Snow Park on the 2nd floor. Edgar and Polly are the founders of Deer Valley. And it was always the EBS Lounge, which could be Edgar Bear Stearns or Edgar's Beer and Spirits, but we're kind of bringing it back. It's going to be our winter sports bar. So we're going to have TVs throughout the whole place, brand new interior, and a lot of really cool experiences that we currently don't have at Deer Valley. If you go to the Sticky Wicket, there isn't a TV anywhere. So if you want to watch a football game or a hockey game, now there's a destination at Snow Park you can go to and get killer food, awesome beverages, and watch the game with the family.
That's so fun. And also, I don't think this is probably going to happen, but I think they should get some ski racing. They should get Peacock Plus and maybe have a little bit of ski racing
totally.
showing.
Vintage Warren Miller films, World Cup races, old Olympic films maybe, mixed in with some sports of today.
How vintage Warren Miller?
How vintage Warren Miller?
Will there be movies with?
You're going to be in all of them.
Well, I'm not that
vintage.
I'm not that vintage, but within the last 10, 15 years, that's a good vintage.
Yeah, we'll have them in there.
But also
maybe some Olympic videos with some Olympians in them, maybe?
Oh, that would be fun. We've got quite a few Olympians in this area. I feel like if you throw a stone in Park City, I'd say that
it'll hit you.
6 times out of 10, it might be an Olympian.
Yeah.
So if folks are interested in an amazing meal, there's all kinds of places on Mountain, but we also have some very amazing bespoke experiences where you might enjoy an amazing meal, but also learn how to recreate it at home. And that's the Creative Academy cooking classes that debuted last season. They're coming back. They were a huge hit. Can you explain why it resonated so much with Deer Valley guests?
Because it's an experience that you can't get in very many places. We all cook at home, we all watch Food Network, and we all think we can kind of cook a little bit. But where else can you work with an award-winning chef? We bring chefs in from all over the world. Our culinary team, I totally just hit the mic, did you see that? Our culinary team are amazing. So to work side by side with them and learn how to make the Deer Valley carrot cake or the ice cream or the oatmeal raisin cookie in the Creative Academy with our chefs, it's just an experience you can't get anywhere else.
Where is the Creative Academy? Where did these classes take place?
So the Deer Valley Cafe, which is in the Plaza building, right when you're driving into Deer Valley, it's right across the hall from the cafe.
Oh, and that cafe, that is, I'd say it's not a lesser known secret, but it's something that's, I never have a bad meal there. And I always tell people, like, if you can't get reservations someplace or you want to get maybe a quicker bite, they make everything homemade and fresh there, but it's one of my favorites. Whenever I get interviewed, they're always like, oh, where should we go? I'm always like, here's my little dark horse that's not so dark. It's amazing.
Secret cafe. And
then building upon the Creative Academy, the Taste of Luxury And this season it's with Paco Morales, which is incredible. Share what this is. This elevated experience.
Yeah, so we've been doing Taste of Luxuries for about 3 years. So we've brought chefs in like Massimo Bottura, Giancarlo Morelli. We had an unbelievable chef from Kansas City to do barbecue, paired with concerts in the summer. And this is just the next iteration of that. It's Paco Morales, who is a Spanish Michelin-starred chef. We're bringing him in from Spain with a couple guys on his team. And we are going to do a 3-day dinner experience for our guests. Tickets are on sale now. They're actually booking it really quick, which is great.
How many people per night?
About 125 people a night.
And where does it take place?
Fireside dining.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And so does he do a demonstration, or do you just eat the food? What does it all entail?
So he is going to do a 5-course Michelin-starred dinner with a full wine pairing. Our beverage team has worked with a couple different winemakers. And we're going to fly them in as well and do a wine pairing. And you can taste Paco Morales' Michelin cuisine without getting on an airplane, without trying to get reservations or book a hotel room. You can just come here on vacation, go on over there and have the 5-course Michelin dinner.
People think they need to go to San Francisco or New York City to have
Park
that kind of, Park City.
In January.
And you get to ski during the day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know.
That's amazing. Whew. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just got caught in a reverie of culinary tastes where I'm sure that is going to be something. And as you said, it is filling up quickly. So if someone's listening and said, oh, that would be an amazing surprise for a friend that's in town or my spouse, get on it.
Yes, deervalley.com.
You're supposed to back me up on that
supposed to back you up.
Anyway, all right. I love getting gussied up for a night out of amazing food, but sometimes I just want to stay home and kick my feet up and eat my PJs. Does Deer Valley support that in any way?
We are, and we're doing it even bigger this year. We're launching 2 new restaurants online, only online for pickup or delivery. We are going to do the Deer Valley Pizza Company. So since we have an unbelievable pizza kitchen at the Brass Tag, now you can order pizzas all over Park City to go. You can pick them up or order them to go. Also, some of our classic items like the chili, the Deer Valley Stews and Chili Company. We're launching that online as well. So you can order a whole selection of chilies, family style salads, breads, desserts, all online through DoorDash, Grubhub, and some of those platforms.
That's incredible. And I can actually see, if you were going to do a flow chart of when you get more of those, Monday Night Football, Super Bowl, I feel like they're going to have to make a huge vat of chili just to get ready in advance of those big nights.
So my recommendation is pick up a bunch of tortilla chips and then order some turkey chili. Turkey chili nachos.
Win.
At your house, in your pajamas.
Amazing. And with all that is happening at Deer Valley, all these amazing new opportunities, we can't forget about these existing structures. Silver Lake Lodge got a glow up last year, and now you're turning your attention to Snow Park.
So Snow Park, so a lot of the fixtures in Snow Park has been there since definitely before me. But we're all replacing the furniture, all the lounge, the couches, working with Restoration Hardware, which is, I love everything that they do. But we're gonna bring them in, we've already brought them in, and we're gonna have new furniture throughout all the public spaces. The second floor, the 2002 room, there was never carpet in the building in a lot of these spaces, which is crazy dangerous for me, definitely. I'm not the best walking around in ski boots, but we have a custom carpet that's gonna be in the entire building, and we're doing some finish work here and there. Obviously, Edgars is getting a facelift, and we're kind of rebranding that. So it's the small things, but like I said earlier, it's the little things that kind of add up and create the whole Deer Valley experience. So we're gonna take care of that, and then next year, we're gonna start working on Empire.
So systematically, you're just making each daytime lodge better, and they didn't start in a bad spot.
No. Industry-leading experiences across all the mountain, right?
And over the next 2 seasons, with the expanded excellence, the resort is going to get more than twice as large. Yeah. And undoubtedly, keeping that food and beverage experience at the highest level is paramount. With East Village, with the expanded terrain, everything that's happening with all the amenities. I know with Snow Park, there's still some question marks, but as you move forward, in your vision, what do you want that to look like? And if everything goes perfectly, what is going to happen?
Okay, crystal ball. Our goal in the F&B world is to create unbelievable experiences. So for us to have the opportunity to be a part of the design and development and the build of some of these new facilities like Park Peak, a brand new, amazing lodge with several restaurants in it on top of a mountain that overlook the Timpanogos and the canyons, it's a treat for us. So we want to do it the right way. So from the finishes that the guest is going to be experiencing, just sitting down at the tables, to walking through the cafeterias and seeing live fire cooking, pasta being made from scratch, pizza ovens, industry-leading cooking techniques happening right in front of the guests. That is our goal, and we want every guest to walk away just saying, holy smokes, like Deer Valley has done it again. So
Especially
that's what we're shooting for.
On the top of the mountain too.
On top of the mountain and on the bottom of the mountain.
I know, and that's
all over the mountain.
That's
right?
going to be just incredible. What excites you most about curating these experiences that complement, like we said, the top of the mountain and the bottom of the mountain as this expansion occurs?
We are very close to our guests. We listen to them. We talk to them every single day. So we have a pretty good idea of what our guests want and what they don't want. And for us to be able to have a hand in creating these things from the foundation all the way up and moving things around, making it more convenient, it's special for us because we get to create something and then open it and work in it and be a part of it and share it with the world.
Of all the projects that are on your docket over the next 2, 5, 7 years, personally, what's one that's sort of like your baby that you're really looking forward to, that, and maybe, maybe it doesn't even come to pass, but one that you're like, I really feel strongly about this one because it's you have some ownership?
The Park Peak. The Park Peak Lodge is something the chef and I and on our team, director of beverage and operations, we've been in the middle of it, looking at the blueprints, moving and shifting and picking equipment. And we're up there, we see the hole in the ground, and it's a chilling moment. So for us to be able to build that, I think it's going to be on the cover of all the magazines. The kitchen's going to be on the cover of magazines. It's going to be awesome, and we are so excited to make that become a reality.
And what's the timeline for that?
A couple of years from now. Yeah. I'm going to keep that vague.
I think that is smart. Subtlety is our friend, and no matter what, when it does occur, it's going to be amazing. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Jacob, thank you so much for taking the time out to share all these exciting developments that are going to be happening this season, next, for the next 5 to 7 years, because each year you're going to roll out just amazing culinary experiences. That is clear. And whether you want to toast your friends at the Chute 11 après-Yurt, or you're looking forward to the taste of luxury, I think that I can say without a doubt you can have an amazing culinary experience no matter what you do at Deer Valley.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been OverHerd at Deer Valley. We'll see you on the slopes.